Have you ever wondered how the Israel-Hamas conflict impacts the world around you? It's a question that many of us might have pondered. This conflict, rooted in decades of political and territorial disputes, has recently seen a surge in violence that has caught the attention of the world. It's not just a matter of concern for those directly involved, the Israelis and Palestinians, but it holds significant implications for the international community as well. From fluctuating oil prices to shifting geopolitical alliances, the ripples of this conflict are felt far beyond the borders of Israel and the Palestinian territories. The recent escalation has been particularly impactful, with the sudden attacks by Hamas prompting a strong response from Israel, and consequently a wave of international reactions. Understanding this conflict and its broader ramifications is crucial. It's not just about keeping abreast of current events, but it's about recognizing the interconnected nature of our world today. A crisis in one part of the globe can have far-reaching effects, influencing economies, politics, and even the safety and security of nations thousands of miles away. So let's delve deeper. Let's explore how this conflict has evolved and its implications on a global scale. To understand the current situation, we need to take a step back and look at the sequence of events. Our journey begins in early 2021 when Qatar pledged $60 million to build a natural gas pipeline from Israel to the Gaza Strip. This was a move to end the energy crisis in Gaza, a region crippled by the blockade imposed by Israel and Egypt. The pipeline, with a target completion date of 2023, was set to transport natural gas from the Leviathan field in the eastern Mediterranean to Gaza. However, the path to peace is never straightforward. As we moved into 2023, significant volatility in oil prices began to rock the global economy. There were whispers of prices reaching $100 a barrel, followed by a sharp retreat below $90. This volatility was fueled by a multitude of factors, including inflation concerns, shifting recession outlooks, and production cuts by major oil producers like Saudi Arabia and Russia. Amidst this economic uncertainty, the Israel-Hamas conflict flared up, contributing further to market instability. Fears of a wider conflict involving major oil producers like Iran and Saudi Arabia began to loom, threatening the global oil supply. This conflict sent shockwaves through the world, causing oil prices to jump and the Russian ruble to slump to an 18-month low. The conflict also led to the Israeli shekel sliding to a 7-year low against the US dollar. This tension culminated in Israel's declaration of war against Hamas. The surprise attacks by Hamas prompted a strong response from the international community, with the US administration expressing unwavering support for Israel and condemning the acts of terrorism. This conflict marked a significant escalation in the region, with Israel calling up an unprecedented 300,000 reservists and imposing a total blockade on the Gaza Strip. These events have set the stage for the current conflict, which is now drawing attention and reactions from around the globe. The world is watching as the conflict unfolds, and the reactions have been varied. From the farthest corners of the globe, countries and international organizations have voiced their responses to this escalating conflict. The Arab League, a coalition of 22 Arab countries, has expressed deep concerns over the situation. They have joined a chorus of voices from nations like Brazil, Belgium, and China, condemning the violence and urging restraint on all sides. In Europe, the European Commission and nations like the Czech Republic, France, and Germany have joined the chorus of concern. The Commission, which represents the collective interest of the European Union's 27 member states, has called for an immediate halt to the violence. Meanwhile, Egypt, a country that shares a border with both Israel and the Gaza Strip, has expressed its concerns about the potential for the conflict to spill over into its territory. It has joined France in calling for restraint and a peaceful resolution. The conflict has not only prompted verbal reactions but also tangible actions. Nations like Britain, Canada, and France have stepped up their security measures in response to the escalating violence. This is a clear indication of the global community's concern about the potential for this conflict to have far-reaching effects. In the Middle East, the Israeli military's call-up of an unprecedented 300,000 reservists and the imposition of a total blockade on the Gaza Strip has marked a significant escalation. This move has drawn a myriad of international reactions and could potentially affect the geopolitical landscape on a global scale. It's clear that the world is not merely watching from the sidelines. Countries and organizations are actively involving themselves, expressing their concerns and calling for peace. This global engagement underscores the significance of the conflict and its potential to reshape international relations. The global community is clearly concerned about the escalating violence and is calling for restraint, but what are the broader implications of this conflict? The Israel-Hamas conflict could have far-reaching implications that extend beyond the immediate violence. This clash is not just a regional issue, but one with potential global repercussions, shaping geopolitics, economies, and security worldwide. Let's begin with geopolitics. The conflict has already elicited reactions from nations across the globe, with the US expressing unwavering support for Israel, while other nations like the Arab League, Brazil, Belgium, China, Czech Republic, European Commission, Egypt, and France have called for restraint. The situation in Israel has the potential to redraw alliances, shift power dynamics, and alter foreign policies depending on how it unfolds. Next, we consider the economic implications. The conflict's ripple effects are already visible in the oil markets. The uncertainty surrounding the situation has led to significant volatility, with oil prices swinging wildly. This instability has the potential to affect global inflation rates, impacting the cost of goods and services worldwide. Moreover, the conflict has already affected currency markets, with the Russian ruble hitting an 18-month low against the US dollar due to increased investor anxiety. Finally, let's delve into the security implications. The conflict could potentially escalate to involve more nations, leading to increased security measures worldwide. In fact, countries like Britain, Canada, France, and Germany have already stepped up their security in response to the escalating violence. The conflict also raises concerns about the potential for increased terrorist activity, which could further heighten global security measures. So we see that the Israel-Hamas conflict is not just a regional issue, but rather a global concern that could have far-reaching implications for geopolitics, economies, and security. We must also bear in mind the humanitarian implications of the conflict: the lives lost, the homes destroyed, and the people displaced. The implications of this conflict are vast and complex, and its resolution will likely have a significant impact on the global stage. As we continue to watch this situation unfold, it's crucial to understand the role this conflict plays in our interconnected world.